In this video, I'm going to help you gain clarity on finding your why. Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Terry Bellini, and I'm all about achieving financial independence through real estate investing and online business. So if you're interested in achieving financial freedom for yourself, be sure to like and subscribe, and you will not miss a thing. Finding your why is all about understanding your true motivations in life and understanding if they are a good source or not a great source of motivation long term. And we'll be going over a number of topics here, and I honestly believe this content is something that could dramatically change your life trajectory. So be sure to watch till the end. We're going to cover a few things here. So first of all, I would say a majority of people, a fair amount of people, kind of just float through life based on kind of the society standards. And what that is like, you know, you go to high school, you graduate, you go to college, you get your degree, you work in your career for, 30, 40 years, you save up in your 401k, you retire when you're 60, and then, have some kids in there as well, and then that's basically it. And that's kind of just like the narrative, and a lot of people just kind of float through that. They just kind of live that narrative that's been kind of ingrained in us, and I don't believe that's a good source of happiness for most people, because 60 to 70% of people are unhappy with their jobs, and they just kind of feel stuck. It's the grind, it's what people do, and you just got to stick it out for a number of years, and then eventually, sometime in the future, when you have enough money and stuff, you can be happy, or you just make enough money to do a few, you get 2 weeks a year for your PTO or whatever, and you can have 2 weeks of happiness, and then you just kind of have to suffer through the rest. And I don't think that's really a great way to live. And what I think most people are motivated by is those extrinsic motivations. So you start out kind of just like needing to survive, and then you want things to purchase. You want your car, you want your house, you want your nice vacations, you want these things. And what's not great about that is those are all extrinsic motivators. It's like, and then you get it, and you get your little hit of dopamine, and then then you go on to the next thing. So it's not a fulfilling long-term source of motivation for you. And when you're going through figuring out your why, there's kind of like 4 different phases that you go through. The first one is basically just survival. It's like, I'm working this job because I need to survive, and I need to put food on the table and sustain myself. And that's perfectly fine. If you're at that stage, that's first. That's important. The next one is more, once you have enough money, you survive, you have a little bit more than you need to survive, it kind of gets more into the status things. And so people are buying, a car or a nice house or nice clothes, or going on expensive vacations and things like that to kind of show their status. And that can be a source of like why you do things. It's like, why'd you buy that really nice house, or why'd you buy that luxury vehicle? It's like, yeah, you like it, but it's kind of more of a status thing. And the problem with that is that it's like once you attain it, you're on to the next thing. So it's always endless things that you're looking for that extrinsic source of validation, basically. From there, number 3 is more freedom based. And that's when people are like, hey, I'm kind of tired of working this job all the time, and I don't need all that stuff. I don't need the expensive cars and big houses and stuff. I just want freedom, and that's what it is. It's just, number 3 is freedom. So you want your time back so you can spend it however you like. But the problem with that is let's say you have all the money in the world, all the money you could ever have. It's like, what do you do with your time? Do you just kind of go to the beach and have margaritas and just hang out with friends, or like, what do you do then? And so that's where number 4 comes in, is purpose. You need a purpose in life to keep you going, and that's your true source of motivation, is finding your purpose. And as far as asking yourself why you do things, there's a good way to kind of go about it. So Sakichi Toyota came up with, and that's the owner, the person that founded Toyota, came up with this this way of getting down to a root problem, and it's called the 5 whys. And so if you want to ask yourself why you're doing something, you just ask yourself why you do it 5 times in a row, basically. So I kind of have like a little example here for myself. And so like number 1, so it's like, or like make a statement, something you want. It's like, I want to be financially free. You know, it's kind of the whole purpose of this channel is to help people find financial freedom. So it's like, that's something I want. And so number 1 is why. And that is so I don't have to work a day job. And so you ask why again. So it's like, well, so I can have time for what matters to me. And it's, again, it's why. And it's like, well, so I can spend time with friends and family and work on what I enjoy. And again, why? So I can be there for friends and family and help others achieve financial independence for themselves. And then one last time is so I can help others live their purpose, so I can live a fulfilling life myself, so I can give back. So that's kind of gets to the root cause of why you do things. And so that's kind of like, to give you an example, it's like why I'm doing these videos and doing this content, because I find it fulfilling. It's more of an intrinsic source of motivation versus me like wanting something from somebody else or wanting something back. It's just like I want to kind of give what I learn and try and give back as much as I can to have more of a fulfilling life for myself. So finding your why is what will keep you motivated long term and keep you shooting for that goal that you have. And that's important because you need to find your basically your source, your root source of motivation, because you know, whatever you decide to do, whether it's, you know, maybe it's start an online business, or if you're going to do real estate investing, or, you know, whatever it is, like it could have nothing to do with that. But if, you know, you need to have that root source of motivations, because you're going to go through hard times. It could be financially, it could be emotionally, you could just be tired, you could be sick, you know, but there has to be something that gets you up in the morning and keeps you up late at night, because you just find, you know, just a deep source of motivation to fulfill your purpose, basically. And it's a very powerful thing, and you can achieve a lot with a strong source of motivation. So I wanted to kind of cover this topic today because it is kind of a game changer for anyone who kind of understands this, because once you find that source of motivation, I mean, the sky is the limit. You can shoot for whatever you want in life, and there's basically no limit to what you can accomplish, basically. So I challenge you to find your why and press on and achieve the goals that you kind of set out for. So if you enjoy this content, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you know your why, please be sure to leave it in the comments below.